What is up, Mav fans? Yes, sir. Yo, before I even get, I'm not even ready for the intro. Yo, we won. We won. We moving on, yeah. To the second round. We going. What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Hope your vibes are immaculate today. I'm AG, your host, owner, CEO, director, manager, and all that. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate you for listening. And yes, the Mavs win 98-96 in a thriller. Game 6. We advance to the second round for the first time since 2011 when we won the championship. More on that later. Woo-wee! We did it, man. We got past the first round. It's like, man, it's been so long. 2011, man. I was just out of high school. That's so long ago, man. That's so long ago. That's crazy to think. That was the last time we were out of the first round. Yeah, now, it's Luka's third postseason. He's feeling it. He's been battle tested against the Clippers that were really, really strong team, especially fully healthy Clippers because, the bubble was whatever, but then the last year, Kawhi Leonard goes down later on, but we faced the fully healthy Clippers team. So to really go past that kind of gauntlet and then finally go against a decent and tough opponent in Utah, and to get a win, 6 wins. I called it. Mavs in 6. We won in 6. Fucking awesome feeling, man. Man, I don't even know what else to say. Like, it just feels so good, man. I'm feeling good. Like, man, high fiving the family, everybody lit in the house, man. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the game in case some of y'all missed the game, and it was a late night game, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through each quarter, figure let y'all know what all happened in this game, because man, this was a really crazy game because it came down to the wires, a game of runs. This game had it all, man. It was awesome. Really awesome. If you were a Mavs fan, it was really awesome. So let's get into it. So in the first quarter, man, it was not looking so good for the Mavs, man. It was like bad passes. They weren't really crisp. Guys were throwing, like, I know Dodo had a couple shots he could have had, but the passes were thrown like at his goddamn like feet and shit, and so like the ball would like make like a skip, like a bounce pass right before it hit his damn feet, so he wouldn't have time to like catch his shoot at as soon as he catches it, the guy would already defender would already be closing in on him, so he wouldn't be able to get the shot off. So it wasn't looking good for the Mavs, and it really did look like there was a lid on the basket, man. Shots were going in and out, just like off target. They were off target. They were literally, it's like when a shooter is on or like really close, or when a guy is a good shooter, or any good shooting is when you're good misses we'll say. It will be from good shooters are going to hit either the back of the rim or the front of the rim. They're either going to miss strong or a little bit less. They're not going to miss, good shooters aren't going to miss left and right. All our shots tonight, man, especially first half, we're just missing like right, too short, too long, or literally they would go in and out. They would rattle. So many rattled shots, and especially in the first half. It was crazy. And, we weren't, I feel like whenever we aren't making shots like that on offensive end, like when they're just rattling, not going, it feels like there's literally a lid on the basket. I feel like that carries over on the defensive end. It just didn't show. They weren't really as crisp on their defensive rotations as they really should have been. The energy just kind of was lacking, especially in the first quarter. But all in all, I mean, we were only down 6. It was 21-15 at the end of the first, so we weren't down too much. Still in the game with all, kind of everything going on. Let me look at the turnovers. Actually, we did okay only had 2 turnovers. I thought maybe we turned it, but just weren't lacking. Wasn't aggressive enough, and that kind of carried over into the second quarter, man. We still couldn't get the offense going in the second, and it just looked like guys weren't aggressive enough. It was like kind of Luka. JB had a nice little first half. I'll give him that. I think JB had 13 at halftime, 6 of 12 from the field. good. Luka 3 of 8, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists at the half, but just not like the aggression you're used to seeing. We did get, however, some good stuff from Spencer Dinwiddie. Good signs from him in the first half. He finished at the halftime 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. 8 points. So it's good to see him at least start to get going a little bit. Off the bench, giving us some bench points. We really needed it because at that time it was only literally Luka scored, Brunson scored, and then the only other people to score was Dodo had 9, which he had a good 4 of 7 in the first half, to mention. And then Spencer Dinwiddie's 8 off the bench was mainly it. And then only Maxi Kleber had 1 2-point shot, which I don't remember. I don't know if that was the runner he made. Was that where he split the defense? I think that might have been the runner he made with the shot clocks going down, and he was looking so passive in the first half. He was not looking really the rest of this game. He hit 1 3 later on. Let me look at the box score. What did he finish? How many points he ended up finishing? Yeah, he had 1 3 later on, but man, the first half he was really like, it was like, he had the yips again. He was scared to shoot and passing up some shots that he should have shot. That he was shooting earlier in that game. Was it 3 or 4 when he was just shooting, everything up like. These were shots normally he does take, so hopefully they fix him. They tell him, dude, just shoot. Like, stop hesitating. Don't think about it, dude. We want you. If your guy's way down by the free throw line area, like, shoot that shot. And you catch the ball on a good swing pass right in your shooting pocket. Like, let it rip, man. Like, we need your attempts because we know once you get rhythm, you're vital. And like someone, I text, he thinks Max is the X factor. Christian Torres, he thinks he's the X factor, which I can't lie. He in this series at least he was the X factor because if he hits shots, like he did in 3 or 4, it was big for us. It changes everything up. But him just being a threat out there, is really good. He also brings the defense, and he did that tonight, so that's good stuff. But he only had 2 points in the first half, so we really weren't finding offense anywhere else except for Luka. JB, Dodo, and Spencer. Other than that, it was really hard, and the defense was kind of collapsing throughout the quarter, and then at the end of the second half, second quarter, they kind of go on a little run, and they ended up going up at the half by 12, 53-41. So it was kind of one of those, man, like we've seen this before. We've seen the Mavs down, plenty of times, all these double-digit comebacks. And, we've seen it plenty of times and them come back in the second half and be really strong. But it was like, damn, like, we really need to see this now. Like, this is not one of the games we want to see this, a Game 6 where, last year's Game 6, we thought we could have, sewn up the series, but we ended up losing. Kawhi Leonard goes off, and luckily they don't have a Kawhi Leonard because no one really went off for them. Talk about total points. Even, Donovan Mitchell was held to 23. He didn't have over 25. Or he didn't have at least 25 or anything. So, a lot of, good defense going on. But the first half, let's get back to that. They let them up. There were 12 at halftime. Second half, man, it was like what we've seen in these Mavericks all year, man. They really flipped the switch. In the second half, they learned. Whatever the, halftime speech was, man. Third quarter, we killed them 36-19 in the quarter. It was awesome. The three started falling. We were 8 of 12 from 3 in the third quarter alone. Luka had back-to-back threes at one point. I think after the first 3 he made, he had a little nose snarl, just shaking his head back and forth, like shaking his head at the crowd. He was really getting into it with them, but Luka loves that type of stuff. He was laughing because some guys were talking about he's a crybaby or whatever. He just laughs it off and whatnot. Like he knows it's all he's a showman. He loves to entertain. He's one of those. He's an entertainer type basketball player. Kind of like how Kyrie is an entertainer, so to speak, with his game. Like Luka has some of that in his game. Has a lot of that in his game. He is definitely a guy that entertains, fills the seats because just the way he plays the game, and his reactions are also priceless. So that was awesome to see. Also in the third, man, Jalen Brunson came up big in the third, man. He had 8 points. Jalen Brunson also had 7 points in the quarter too, but I remember Spencer having big buckets down at the end of the third. to really help us. He had I think he had a 3 and a layup towards the end that really helped us in that quarter. And the Mavs end up going in the quarter, the third, going into the fourth, up 5. Like, it was a big turnaround, 36-19 quarter. We ended up going to the fourth quarter up 5, and we held the Jazz 6 of 17 shooting in the third. So that should tell you something. We were holding them, contesting their shots, kind of changing it up. Actually, let me go ahead and see. I know I'm doing this on the fly. I want to see their 3-point attempts and stuff compared to the first half. So they had 39 attempts field goal wise, 18 from 3 in the second half. Now let me look at the first half. Doing this on the fly, guys. This is stuff I'm looking at. 45 attempts and 18. So they got about the same attempts up from 3 there. But they just were not knocking it down, and also in the first half they definitely shot a better percentage from the field better. So yeah, Mavs just tightened up for sure their defense all around, like in the second half, and of course the third quarter held them 6-17 shooting, like I said. But then in the fourth quarter, things get a little bit dicey. Things get as these things tend to do. These both are very competitive teams, tough teams, and the Jazz have been there, done that. They've advanced at least once or whatever in the playoffs and stuff. So they know kind of what it takes in a sense, and they're a tough team. So in the fourth quarter, things got tough. Like the Mavs. I put the Mavs going 8-0 run, but it was the Jazz. The Jazz went on like an 8-0 run late in the fourth quarter, man, to tie it up 88-88. And it was kind of like a oh shit type moment, because the Mavs were up, 88-80, and you're thinking, like, heck yeah, like, hell yeah, like, we're up. 6 minutes left, like, 8-point lead. Like, let's just keep milking this thing. Let's get some good shots up. Keep at least getting 2-point. You don't have to always be at 3, but 2-point here, 3-point there, and kind of play some more defense. We're good. And they go on an 8-0 run, tie it up, and it's just like, oh shit, like damn. But the Mavs, they persevere. They're mentally strong now. As I said, they were battle tested against the Clippers. Like, they've learned mentally not to get down on themselves, because the next play is, there's always another play to make. Till the buzzer hits 0, man, there's always another play they can possibly make, and there's still plenty of time left. Even when they came back and tied at 88, there's still 4 minutes left. 4 minutes, 21 minutes left. Like, plenty of time left. So the Mavs come down, and Luka, has switches up, gets Rudy on a ISO, drives in the paint, drags in Dodo's defender in the corner, and kicks it out to Dodo, and Dodo makes a clutch 3-pointer right there in the corner to put us up by 3, and that was pretty big. That was really big for them, or for the Mavs, especially for Dodo. He was really great in this game. He finished with, how many points did he finish with? 18 points tonight. Oh man, I know the stat where he scores over like 15. We do really well. So he had 18 tonight, man. He was big tonight. 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 18 points. Great stuff. I'll get to the box score stuff after this, but yeah. So Dodo hits that clutch 3. They go down. Rudy gets some free throws. Where'd I have my playbook? There, yeah. Rudy gets some free throws. So they, Mavs are up by 1, and then we come back down. And again, it's a 1-point game. Clutch game, under 3 minutes left, and Luka just drains and gets the switch up on Rudy and just drains a freaking step back 3 right in his eye hole, like right in his grill. Once I seen it, I was like, yeah, get him, Luka, and he ate him right there on the 3, just like he did. Was it last game or the game before that where he just hits a 3 on him late? I think the game before that where we ended up losing, but he hit a 3 on him, just like that, and you're like, hell yeah! So we go up, 94-90, we're up by 4. The Mavs, they go to the line. They get 1. Donovan Mitchell goes 1 of 2. The Mavs go down. Luka misses a shot. Then they get the ball back. Then Bojan hits a 3. I think it was a corner 3, and ties this game up at 94 all. So then you're like, oh man, here we go. We're ahead 3-point lead. We miss a shot. They go down, and they give up Bojan corner 3. He's been great all series for them, and he hits tough shots, and great great shots, and tonight he did the same. He finished with 19 points for them. Shot pretty well from the field, just wasn't enough. They definitely need more from the Stars. But then, yeah, they tied up. And then we come back down, and JB, basically same type of Luka assist to Dodo, but it's JB in the corner. Luka drives, kick it out to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson hits a corner three-pointer. Lefty, so he has that kind of shield on the left side of the court to help block off the defender away from his shot. And he nails it, makes it 97-94. Big clutch shot with 2 minutes left by Jalen Brunson. And then, a little bit later on down the Mavs, keep that 97-94 lead for a little while until Rudy Gobert finally get a layup inside with like 35 seconds left. So it's a 1-point game, and the Mavs have the ball and go down. And what happens here? I thought, yeah, that's what I was thought. We had so Rudy makes the timeout. We go down. Luka misses, 8-foot 2-point shot. I'm trying to think off the top what kind of shot it was, but I can't remember. But he misses it. I think it was like a fade or some type of I can't remember. But we ended up getting, I want to say it wasn't as clean of a shot as we wanted to. I remember that. I just remember thinking that, like, damn, that was the shot we got. Like, wish we got a better shot than that. But, they get the ball back. It's kind of a very antsy situation to give up. We didn't get the shot we wanted. We give the ball up. They go down. They didn't call any timeouts. And, we get lucky and we get Mike Conley caught because he definitely, he drove the lane, got stopped, and was looking to kick out the pass and, was dragging his feet. He got out drove a little too hard, had his momentum going, was looking to kick out, thought he had a kick out pass. Give credit to the Dallas defense, really, active on the perimeter, just being on guys because it had made him hesitate and he couldn't give up the pass because, the guy was in the way in the corner. I can't remember who the guys were right there, but I just know our defender was right there where he couldn't give the corner pass off like he wanted to, so he had to, look around and wait, and he dragged that foot, so it was an easy call. Travels with 5 seconds left. Big, huge turnover by the Utah Jazz. I know they hate themselves for that, especially the last shot we're about to talk about, but, man, he traveled. I know I was, we just got away with one there. Like, oh, man, we got lucky there. So, good stuff from there. And then, of course, we pass it in. They get into Jalen Brunson. He goes to the free throw line, misses the first free throw. It was like, oh. And right before that, I think it was Royce O'Neal was talking crap to him and saying something to him. You can tell he's right in front of him. They had the view where it was showing Jalen Brunson's face. And Royce O'Neal is still, standing in front of the free throw. In front of Jalen Brunson before, they tell everybody to get to their spots before, the free throws are shot and stuff. And he's talking a whole bunch of crap to, you could tell Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson gave a little smirk. And then the first free throw, Jalen Brunson misses. And we're just like, oh, did he get in your head, dog? Like, come on. Like, please don't miss this second. Please. Like, just give us at least a 2-point lead. And Jalen Brunson doesn't. He knocks down, give him credit. He knocks down the second one. Gives us a 2-point lead, 98-96. 4 seconds left. The Jazz call timeout. Get the ball, inbound on their side of the court. Oh, man. And this play was crazy. I went back and looked at it on here real quick on the ESPN. Of course, they had a little, highlight of it right there. So I was able to go back and rewatch it real quick. But, okay, so they set a flare screen basically for Bojan. He had a good night tonight. He just set a flare screen for Bojan. And Spencer Dinwiddie and, who was the other defender? There was whoever set the screen, but it was Spencer Dinwiddie that was guarding Bojan at the time. And then when whoever the other Utah Jazz set the flare screen for him, which means he's kind of at the top of the 3-point line, the guy sets a screen where Bojan's going to flare to the backside 3-point line. That's what a flare screen is. When you set the screen at the top of the key and a guy goes around it, the backside, where it seems it's like an overhead cross court or half court, cross court over the for corner 3-point line to the other 3-point line, kind of one of those type of passes. It's a flare screen to get guys open for 3-point looks, and man, it worked because it got Dallas kind of got a little bit confused. Dinwiddie got caught behind in the screen, and Bojan got open, and they found him, and man, they found him over there. He gets a wide open three. We're like, oh no! Spencer Dinwiddie comes in flying. He pump fakes him, gets Dinwiddie flying over, and then with probably a second left, man, Bojan 1.9 it says in the stat book, he lets it up. He wide open after he pump fakes Spencer. He throws up a wide open three, man. You can't get any more wide open than Bojan was. You can't get any more wide open. And he misses it. And he clanks it off the front back, goes off. And then Dorian Finney-Smith gets the rebound, and, that's game over. And Mavs win. Man, that was it. That was it. He misses a wide open three that could have gamed them and forced a game 7, and Mavs pull off the stunner and get this clutch win, which goes to our clutch stats, where we've been kind of one of the top clutch teams, especially in the second half of the season. So that's good to see, and that's going to be great to see going against the Suns next round, who are also amazing. I think over the whole season they were probably the number 1 clutch team over the whole season in clutch points. So going against Chris Paul and Devin Booker in the clutch time is going to be great to see, especially now with where we got our three guys going, and Spencer, JB, and Luka. And man, let's go ahead and open up on that with Spencer with our 3-headed little guard, our 3-headed monster guards tonight did their thing. Like Luka didn't have a great shooting night, but 8 of 21, 4 of 10 from 3, that was pretty good. That's 40%, so that's definitely good. 4-4 from the free throw line, had 24 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, flirted with that triple-double. Jalen Brunson also contributed 24 points, had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. I'd like to see those assists kind of go up a little bit more. But he shot 9 of 17 from the field, pretty not bad. 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 6 from the field, pretty efficient. Good Jalen Brunson game. He was at minus 16 in the plus minus, and that's I'm pretty damn sure that was all defense, because there was some lapses defensively from Jalen, especially in the first half. That I was kind of like, damn, Jalen, like what are you doing? Like, he was not being kind of like that pit bull Jalen Brunson. He was kind of giving way to guys. There was a layup attempt where they I think it was Mike Conley. It was a fast break, and nobody stopped ball. Jalen Brunson, I think it was Jalen Brunson's man, or he should have at least been that first guy right there to stop ball. And he looked like he was about to get Conley, and then I think it was Conley. Either Conley or Donovan. And then he backed off and I think it was definitely not Donovan. I think it was Conley. And then he backs off, and Conley gets a wide open layup, and it was at kind of a crucial point where I think that tied the game up at a certain point. And it was like, damn, come on, Brunson, he can't have these lapses like that, especially with your size and stuff. We need you, full energy, especially on defensive end. But yeah, offensively, did his thing. Efficient night for him. Did good Jalen Brunson stuff. 24 points. Good stuff. What you want to see. The other big score from our starting. Oh well, I'm talking about the 3 guards. So Spencer Dinwiddie off the bench. He had that great 3-point shooting game tonight. He had a game that we needed, and he showed up big. Game 6, Spencer Dinwiddie showed up big tonight, man. Finished with 19 points off the bench, 7 of 12 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, 4 threes tonight. He's career like a 30% free throw 3-point shooter, but since he's joined the Mavs, he's done really well, almost 40% from 3 since he's joined the Mavs. So hopefully that's just a good turnaround. He's getting better looks, and he really loves those corner threes. He knocks down those corner threes like crazy. So he did well tonight. He was one of those getting switched in and out offensive defense. It was Dinwiddie and Maxi Kleber towards the end of the game. I saw that too. But yeah, anyway, Spencer Dinwiddie, 19 points. basically what I was saying with that was like he was basically getting put in the game towards the end. Like he was definitely out on the court as one of the final guys, or had to be out there. Besides, when we go full defense, but offensively they needed Spencer out there. He was doing great things. But 19 points, 1 rebound, had 2 assists. 1 block, only 1 turnover. Good stuff. Oh, also, let me go back to Luka. Only had 2 turnovers. Jalen Brunson, 38 minutes tonight, no turnovers. Oh, Luka had 3 turnovers. I think I said he had 2 blocks though, but 3 turnovers for Luka and Jalen Brunson, which is still pretty good. 42 minutes, only 3. That's pretty good with how much he has the ball in his hands. Like that's it's still really good. And Jalen Brunson, 38 minutes, 0 turnovers. Oh my gosh, this dude's gonna get freaking paid now. No matter what happens in this Sun series, man, he's gonna get a nice hefty check, more than that 55 million we could have offered, or we did offer, and they did. I don't know. They knew that was he was gonna wait it out to the offseason, and was gonna eventually end up getting more, somehow from another or us or another team or something. But good for him. Dinwiddie big off the bench, man. Just looking at his stat line, thinking about his game tonight, like we really needed him. He was big for us off the bench, especially with Cleveland not really shooting particularly well. If I get my words out, he only had 7 points, 3 of 7 from the field though, but only 1 of 5 from 3. 6 rebounds, 3 assists though for Max. He was a good little playmaker tonight because they were feeding him in the middle. If he got doubled in the middle, whenever he caught in the paint, he was finding the open man. Good stuff from him. The other guy that really scored well too, as I mentioned earlier in the starting lineup, Dodo did real well. 18 points tonight. 18 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9, 4 threes. 4 of 9 from threes. 10 rebounds. Wow, Dodo had a double-double. He had 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Dodo had a great game tonight. No turnovers. Dodo, great game. Only 3 fouls. Underrated, but did, just amazing. Has done just an amazing job for us in general. Underrated him and Reggie Bullock, especially on the defensive end, man. They've been wings so versatile, guarding. Reggie Bullock has basically been guarding Mike Conley, mainly when they're out there. And then Dodo has basically been guarding Donovan Mitchell. And then when we get into kind of clutch time, things kind of rotate and whatnot. But, for the most part, you got Dodo on Donovan, did a great job. Reggie on Mike Conley for the most part. And they're all – I wonder what their average minutes are, but they've been playing, over 40 minutes each game. And, props to them in this series. They were huge for us in getting over the hump. In this round. And Reggie Bullock didn't score any in the first half. He had 0 points in the first half, 0-3, but he kept it up, kept shooting, and made 2 threes in the second half, and they were big for us. We needed both of those, and that's the type of shit we needed. We just needed to keep putting up threes. At the halftime, we only had, let me look. Yeah, we only had 18 attempts, so to reach that 40 point, I knew we were gonna have to really get up shots, and we did. We ended up getting over that 40-point or 43-point threshold. Ended up shooting 43 threes. So that's good. Make it 17, 39%, basically 40% from the game for the game. Man, amazing. Holding them 9 of 35 from the game, 25% from the field. Ooh wee, Mavs just killing tonight. The Jazz shot 1 of 10 from 3 in the fourth quarter. They were 8 of 22 from the field. They did not have a good fourth quarter out of it. They definitely fizzled out in the second half, and especially in the fourth quarter for sure. Mavs were 6 of 16 from the field and 6 of 13 from 3. All threes. All 6 of our shots the Mavs made in the fourth quarter were threes. And, of course, our other buckets we were 3 or 4 from the free throw line. I think the one miss, of course, being Jalen. But those other 3 points. But our actually made shots in the fourth quarter, they were all threes. Live and die by the 3, baby. That's what what we're doing here. Or at least we're getting open shots. We're not just, taking, contested shot. We're living and dying by at least open shots. And we just have enough good shooters that made, Utah Jazz pay this round. The Mavs outscored the Jazz 57-43 in the second half. Like, just completely flipped the script from the first half. Like, it was 53-41. Jazz were up at the first half. Mavs go 57-43 run in the second half and win this ball game. Like, amazing stuff. Mavs were 56% from three in the second half, 53% from the field. Like, just completely turned around that whole first half. Like, the first half we shot 38.6%. So the second half, 53% from the field. That's amazing. We shot first half 16% from three. Second half, we shoot 56% from three. Like, that's such, so big and huge. And props to these Mavs for being resilient and, staying after it and not, giving up and not keep getting their heads down. They know they're going to be consistent. These shots are going to be there, especially on the offensive end. And so, you just got to keep putting them up, and, things are going to be okay. And, defensively, that's their main focus. You just got to focus on the defensive end. And they did that tonight, man. They did so well. The Jazz were 22% from three and 36% from the field in the second half. Like, they really turned it on in the second half and made it a lot of shots. I feel like, they missed some open shots, but, again, they really made a lot of shots tough for the Jazz. They couldn't just get anything they wanted. We were making them take these contested shots and holding them, really well. Holding them, to tough contested, 2-point shots, which is what we want them to take. And that's what they had to take. And the Mavs just, stepped it up in all facets tonight. Luka had 15 points in the second half. Jalen Brunson 11 and Spencer 11 in the second half. So, again, those three, main guys all stepped it up, man. And give a little shout out. Jalen Brunson in the first round, averaging 27.8 points per game. Almost 28 points per game. Oh, my gosh. 4.8 rebounds, basically 5 rebounds, 4.2 assists. 38% from the field, 36 from three, 85 from the free throw line. And from StatMuse, he has the most total points this playoff. So, great stuff from him. The Jazz shooters, 3-point shooters in the 3-point percentage in this series. I saw StatMuse tweet this out. Mike Conley was 20% from three. House Jr. 20%. Donovan Mitchell 21%. Royce O'Neal 28%. Bogdanovich 33%. And Jordan Clarkson was their best percentage at 38, which is technically above average, 38% from three. Only one player shot above league average, 35.6. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson. The league average is basically 36%. So, Jordan Clarkson was the only one really to hit shots this series, man. And, hey, man, you got to give credit to Dallas on that. They definitely made it hard for them to take those shots. So, this is a testament to the Mavs just staying the course, keeping defense mentality, because they definitely need it, especially in that last play. I mean, they let them get a wide open shot, but really I meant throughout the year, and then learning these second halves, like, things can change. Things can flip just like that. And they stayed after it, man. They held with it. Another crazy thing I seen too, another stat that's going around, is the 2022 first round says it's eerily similar to the 2011 first round. Not only did the Mavs advance, but we advanced in 6 games, which is exactly what Dallas did back in 2011. And it said the Celtics sweep a New York team. Heat won in 4-1. Nuggets lost 1-4. New Orleans lost 2-4. And the Bulls in a 4-1 series. Also, the Grizzlies won 4-2 in 2011. If they end up winning, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, a lot of things that eerily similar to 2011. Which, hey, Mavs fans, we're all here for 2011. That was a fucking fantastic year for us, Mavs fans. So we were all for the 2011 vibes coming back and all these stats about that. We love that shit. So yeah, man, the Mavs do it. They finish them off. They freaking did it, man. They finished off the Jazz, which I picked them. I knew they could do it, but it's just, yes, finally they did it. They got out that monkey off their back, that monkey off their back, that first round, that first round, getting out of the first round hump, got over it. And, finally advanced. And I feel like now, especially going against the Suns next round, the number 1 seed, I feel like we're playing with house money. I wish they would have got to force the Game 7 tonight, but And this rest is crucial for the Mavs because we don't play again till Monday. They put out the schedule stuff. The Mavs play Monday at 9 o'clock, another late game. I don't know if many of you like these late games. I know I'm not too fond of it. But, I mean, hey, it's not too, I mean, hey, at least everybody's out from work. Everybody can watch it. But I know all those people that got to work early, that part does really suck. So, 9 o'clock game on Monday. So this rest from now till then is big for the Mavs. They let everybody kind of heal. Let Luka heal his calf. Let Dodo and Reggie getting all these damn minutes rest up. Let Jalen Brunson finally, he's been, carrying this load. He finally gets some rest. Max Kleba, he'll let him get in the gym, get his rhythm back, because we're definitely going to need him in the second round, along with Dinwiddie. And, Bertans and Josh Green only got 2 minutes each in this game, kind of just spells some minutes, didn't really do anything. But hopefully those guys are in the gym, which I know they probably are, because when they get their opportunity, man, we're going to need them to step up and hit shots too, especially if someone gets in foul trouble or something. We got to go a little bit deeper and need Bertans and Green out there a little bit longer. Then, we're going to need that. And going to look forward to this Sun series, man. I don't have anything about that series right now. Might do a little preview pod before the game one, talking about, the whole Sun series and stuff. So, have more info on that coming forward. But, man, tonight's just a night of celebration, guys. We made it. 98-96, Mavs win the series 4-2. And, 6, Mavs in 6. We did it. Got past the first round. Got that monkey off our back. Now we're playing with house money. Now let's go beat. I feel like we're playing with house money, man. We're a dangerous team. We are a dangerous team. There's a lot of pressure on Suns now to get past to get to at least the conference finals. I mean, the finals it's kind of a little bit stretched to me, but at least to get to the conference finals, they got the pressure on them. The Mavs, we're here now, so I cannot wait. It's going to be a fun series. I ain't even going to lie. I'm going to have Mavs, but I'm going to say predictions and everything for the next part. Hopefully I can get it out before the game one starts. But, I want to give it, but in case I don't. With a hobble, them, I feel like this series is going to go another 6 or 7. So this rest is super crucial. I don't think it'll be a 5. I don't think Mavs, if we go hot shooting, if we get hot from 3, Mavs definitely could win this in like a 5 games or something. But I think this definitely goes 6 or 7. And, man, if I'm having to choose right now, Mavs 1-6, this series, I'm going Mavs in 6 next series, guys. I'm going Mavs in 6. I'm giving y'all predictions right now. We're fresh off the way. I know we don't play the Suns, but in case I don't get a preview pod, I want to go ahead and get my prediction in here before everything starts. And I think the Mavs can get them in 6, man. Especially with everybody getting this rest, and just the way we're playing right now. Like, we're just a team to be reckoned with. As I said, house money, man. We got nothing to lose now. Like, we got past the first round. We know we got to build a little bit more and get better, but, let's bring it on. The Suns, all right, F it. Like, fuck it, let's play. Like, let's tip the ball off. Let's roll. I know the Mavs are hyped up, too, after the game. My girlfriend's like, why aren't they happy? They should be more excited about this game. I'm like, babe, this was just, like, the first step. Like, the Mavs, they really want to be a team, like, a championship team, like, and to do that, like, you don't celebrate, first round, wins, even second round wins. Like, it's one of those, it's championship or nothing. Like, that's the mentality that I think that's good to see Luka carrying over and trickle down throughout the team, because, yeah, they were hyped right at the end, but after the game, now everybody's like jumping around like, yeah, everybody's not just super happy, giddy, smiling. It's kind of like, yeah, like, we did this. Like, all right, cool, now let's move on. It's time to work. It's time to, get after it. This was just part 1, and that's good to see for a Mavs fan. So, good stuff to see. Go Mavs. Fucking Luka Doncic is just the man. Jalen Brunson, Unsung hero, stepped up in this series. Really showed us something, man. Reflecting on the whole series right now, like just, Jalen Brunson, really showed us a lot, man. And I feel like Jalen Brunson and Reggie Bullock and Dodo are like have just been like the three main guys that just stick out for this series to me, because Reggie and Dodo showed that their defense, that they're 6'8", 6'7", 6'9", whatever, however tall they are. Like, and plus their big old wingspans just really gave problems and fits to the Jazz that, really we haven't had in the past. We had Dodo, but of course he's even gotten better this year. And then now we added Reggie Bullock, who's basically there's eerily similar, players playing style, and he played good defense and can hit threes, and both of them are hitting shots for us, and they're playing amazing defense. And then Jalen Brunson, I mean, what more can you say? 28 points basically for this series, like in a 41-point game, like he's stepping up big. So hopefully that carries on. Now we're gonna see him, a true test to see how good he's gotten now in the second round against the Suns, because they got some good defenders. They got Mikal Bridges, who's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and they got James Crowder over there. So they got some guys over there. It's gonna kind of somewhat like the Mavs. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great matchup. They definitely gonna get the better center over there, but by committee. Hopefully, the Mavs can do something about that. They also have good centers by committee, too. But our guys hopefully make them stretch the court more. Dwight Powell do still some of his main stuff. But, yeah, man, great series by the Mavs. Finish them off at 6. Make sure we don't have to, worry about going back home and playing in a Game 7. I'm glad we took care of business tonight and won this. And now we move on. Play Monday at 9 o'clock, guys, against Utah Jazz. No, we finished them. Against Phoenix Suns at Phoenix. It's a 9 o'clock game, so get ready for that. And if you want to follow, give a follow on Twitter. It's at Mavs_rundown. And the Mavs Rundown, this Mavs Rundown podcast is free on YouTube. It's on Spotify and the Anchor app. So thanks for listening. I'm AG. And remember, guys, cool heads prevail. And I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown. Bring on the Suns! Mavs at 6, baby. Let's roll!